Yeah. Tell Leilani to make some hot water.
Frankly, the current state that we're in needs to be discussed. Self-respect is a must. We need to tone down the lust. Avoiding the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said, think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world. 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 Let's just unite, let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change up the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we're gonna make it in this world. We need to focus on the present and think less about the past, cause if we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be our fucking man. You gotta know just where you're coming from to get where you're going, so get on your search for knowledge, cause that's power in knowing. We need to pick up more books and read them cover to cover, and have you get the information, pass it to your brother, spread it to the whole world. If you know it ain't fake, you'll be surprised the difference in this world that one man can make. It's good and bad in everybody, but you gotta bounce it out. And if we all found that would change the world, no doubt. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite. Let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world.
Yeah. It's your big homie, Big Brother, man. This is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. Thank y'all so much for tapping in and tuning in, man. All right. Yes. Appreciate y'all. Whoever's in here, thank you so much for tapping in and tuning in, man. It's been one of them weeks, man. A long week, man. If you didn't know, they had me banned, man. They gave me that strike, that best strike, man. All right, tell Leilani to put some water in the coffee maker, and then y'all can have some. Yeah, tell her to put some water in the coffee maker, and y'all can have some. All right. All right, go ahead. So yeah, as you if you didn't know, they had me blocked last week, man. They had me on strike, man. I got my little whooping and I got put in timeout. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do what I had to do. I used my time wisely. I just, you know, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. Let me break down the reason why I got banned or strike or hit with a strike. They hit me with a strike because they said, for one, I was at the beach and I posted a video at the beach. Um, what happened is they said my video was spam/deceptive practices. They said it was deceptive that I posted a video at the beach, because they basically said it's like clickbait by me posting a video at the beach. It's clickbait because it's, I don't know, for whatever reason. They said it was kids in the video, whatever. Like I said, like I always tell y'all, this world, this world does not got a place for families, or it seems that way. I won't say what it has because this world's built off families. There's no future without family. There's no humanity without families. But it seems like right now in these times, man, families are not, like, you get a strike on YouTube for playing at the beach with your children. You know, just for having a leisurely time at the beach with your children, you'll get a strike on YouTube. But fuck all that. That doesn't matter because I don't care. I got, it's the time is up, the week is up. But deeper than that, y'all. The name of the topic of today's video is I understand why they hate me. For people like me, man, I'm gonna be real. When you trying to help people out, when you're trying to be the positive word for people, you're trying to be a decent role model, you're just trying to be a decent person, right? If you're really like that, if you're really decent, if you really like that, motherfuckers are not gonna like you. They're not gonna like what you got to say. And I'm gonna say one thing about that. If somebody tries so hard to suppress you, if your oppressor does not want you to have a voice. Okay? Let me first and foremost say that. The person or the people or the system that oppresses you, your oppressor, they do not want you to have a voice. They do not want the oppressed to have a voice, to speak up, to be able to stand up for themselves. People like me are just proof that you have to stand up for yourself, that you can stand up for yourself, and that you should and you have to stand up for yourself. Let me just say something, because I'm not going to say I lived a perfect life and I never hurt nobody or I never did nothing, but I can honestly and openly say I never went out of my way to harm nobody in my life. I never went out of my way to cause hurt, to cause frustration or dis-ease or discomfort to anybody in my life, ever. I've always went out of my way in my life to make people around me more comfortable, to make people around me better off, motivate, whatever I could do. I've always been a giver. I've never been a taker. I've always been the person who's got the world on his back. I've always been the person who's had the most responsibility, put it like this. I'm no better than nobody else, but my whole life has been dedicated to others. My whole life has been dedicated to the betterment of my environment, the betterment of my people, and the betterment of my family. Now, the reason I say that is when you really get to a point of decency, or when you really get to a point of righteousness, and you really get to that point, everybody who's around you who is not as righteous as you or who can't be as righteous as you, they will really start to cut you off or stop dealing with you at a certain point. Or it could go opposite. It could go, you being the righteous one could cut everybody else off because a lot of people are not living up to standard or not living up to your code. So if you go, it's like this, if you've done the self-improvement on yourself, right? And you got yourself to the point of, like, you're able to run, say in racing, say if you worked on yourself and you're able to run a mile in 5 minutes. But then everybody else, they didn't study, they didn't practice, they didn't work on themselves. So they're not able to run that 5-minute mile. So if you want to run the mile with somebody else, or if you want to have somebody else on the track with you while you're running the mile, being that you worked on yourself and you've got your speed up, now you have to slow down for these people to catch up to you, or to hold their hand, you have to slow down for them not to fall and trip up. So that's just an example of what I'm trying to say is when you get yourself straight, people around you who are not straight, if they can't motivate off of you and use you as motivation, they're not gonna fuck with you, man. So when you really get to a place of decency or a place of spiritual awakeness, or just get to that point of spiritual heights, once you level up, Motherfuckers who was at the level behind you or below you or behind you, they're not gonna want to see you come up. You know, see, people like me, I never been a hater. So I always wanted to see everybody come up. I always wanted to see everybody win because I know when motherfuckers are winning, if you're winning, you're in good spirits, you're doing decent, you want everybody else to win. Say like if we all got money, we can all make moves together. We can all do shit together. But if you're straight, say if you're straight financially, and it's say if you got 4 homeboys and 3 of y'all are straight, but one of y'all is real dirt poor, like real fucked up and poor. The other 3 who is real straight, they're not gonna fuck with the one who's poor because they're gonna look at the one who's poor like he's lesser than, instead of showing the one who's poor the recipe on how to get the money and help him get to your point, aka those people slowing down on their speed to get you to their level or at least somewhere close so they could be in the same playing field. Most people just say, man, fuck that broke ass nigga, I'm not fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? So it hurts my heart to see that we don't have enough people who want to see people do good. It hurts my heart that people can't look into the mirror of truth and reality and get their shit together. You know, because people like me, I'm gonna be real. I'm transparent, y'all. When I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong. See, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. When you're wrong, you have to be able to admit you're wrong. You have to be able to what do you call that shit? Have accountability for your actions. You know, but I'm gonna tell you what people do and what's happening to me right now, and I'm gonna put my business out. But the hatred is so real for certain people. The hatred is so real. This motherfuckers are lying to try to have a reason to be mad at me. Motherfuckers is lying on me to try to have a reason to be mad at me because in all honesty, I never been nothing but the same good motherfucker I always been my whole life. I've been the same good motherfucker I always been my whole life. So there's not really a change in me except for a change for the better. I only developed and built on knowledge and information and shit and applied it. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Y'all need for everybody who gets a chance, if you have Netflix, if you have access to Netflix, you need to go watch that movie. They Cloned Tyrone. It's a brand new movie that just came out this past week or whatever, whenever it came out, doesn't matter. It just recently came out. It's got Jamie Foxx in it, and it's got some up and coming new actors and actresses in it. For one, Jamie Foxx, if everybody didn't know, he's been missing out the public eye for the last couple months. Nobody's seen him or heard from him. He hasn't made a public image. I mean, he hasn't made a public. He hasn't came out in public in 3 months. He's been hospitalized, and they said he was on the brink of death and all this whoop whoop, right? So now they made a movie, a cloning movie, which when did this movie get made? Was it before he passed out? Was it this? Was it that? We don't know. I mean, obviously it must have been before he had his health scare. But what I'm trying to say is it's a no big coincidence. It's no coincidence that they just came out with a clone movie about with starring Jamie Foxx after it. Do the math on how long it takes to develop a human clone. It only takes 30 to 90 days. Probably like 90 days. 3 months is all it takes to develop a human clone. I'm talking about from embryo all the way to the full body size. Only 3 months. So this movie that came out, They Cloned Tyrone, was basically like me. I've been telling people they put this in the food. They're doing this. Whoop de whoop. This is happening. That's happening. Right. I've been telling people for years about this shit. Nobody believes nothing. Nobody believes nobody, but everybody's getting affecting and reacting the same ways. Just go watch the movie, man, and you'll know what the hell I'm talking about. If anybody else seen that that Clone Tyrone, y'all let me know in the comments. But what I'm trying to get to, y'all, is if you're really a good person, it's like this. If your pastor, if you got a good pastor, I'm not religious, but I'm saying, like, if you're in a church, right? And you have a good pastor, and he's a holy man, a decent man, anointed, holy, appointed man, right? Come with the good word every Sunday or whatever days that y'all go to church, whatever, right? If the pastor catches you in Walmart during your regular life, not during church, right? And he's dressed up in his suit and tie. He ain't got the pastor get up, but he got his nice suit and tie. He's well put together. He's got his shit together, so he's put together nice. And you out slouching, having booty shorts, or if you're a dude, you got holes in your pants and looking all raggedy and whatever. And it's okay to look how you look, or you're just misbehaving in society. If you run into your pastor, he's gonna make you feel some kind of way. If you run across your pastor if you sit across the bus, if you sit on the city bus across from your pastor, you're going to feel some kind of way. You're going to hold yourself to some type of accountability. You're going to conduct yourself a certain type of way because your pastor's there. That's one of God's messengers. So I realized something, me being a pastor of sorts, me being one of God's messengers, I realized sinners and heathens don't feel comfortable. And I'm not saying I'm no better. I'm not saying I'm nothing. I'm who I am. My actions dictate who I am. But heathens and sinners, and you're a heathen and a sinner based on your actions, not based on what I'm saying. Because I'm nobody but just saying, I'm just a fucking messenger. Heathens and sinners can't be next to a holy man and not feel some type of way. It's like if you put a prostitute, right? If you put a prostitute in a room full of holy women, she's gonna feel some kind of way. She's gonna feel some kind of way, as she should, as you should, because the holy man is only there in life to keep you on the right spiritual track. The holy man is only there to keep you on the spiritual track. That's all he's there for, to remind you the ways of God, what God says, the things that God wants you to do. He's just only there to remind you and keep you on the thought process of God. That's all the messenger is there for. So when you have those, you should be humble and thankful that you have a messenger in your life. If you have a messenger, but see, this is the thing. A lot of our people and a lot of us were being brainwashed and programmed to not believe in each other. We've been brainwashed and programmed to not love each other, to not respect each other, to not help each other, to not honor each other. I'm not trying to shame nobody, but listen, I'm one of the only men I know who's raising his 3 kids by himself with no help, right? And nobody extends, hey bro, you straight? Y'all straight? Nobody calls and says, hey, y'all need this, y'all woo woo, y'all straight? Are how the kids doing? Nobody. But yet and still, when my kids were on the other side of the coin, everybody was pitching together, tossing them around, playing hot potato. Everybody had all hands on deck. When it comes to women, right? Everybody supports women when it comes to women who have no single mothers, right? Everybody supports single mothers. The state supports them. The society supports them. Families, everybody. But when you're a single dad, you get none. No support. None. And that's okay. But it just makes me realize people don't care about nothing. People don't care about children. They don't care about families. They don't care about future. They don't care about me. That's what it really boils down to. But I'm not the only one who's going through this. There's been so many people who get abandoned and who get left out and this and that. But the only reason why with me, and I understand it's because it's who I am. It's because of who I am. Yeah, you a fuck nigga. You's a bitch nigga. All that. People say what they want. But it's not really an unholy bone in my body. I don't hold on to impure thoughts. If I get an impure thought, I dump it in my trash can and try to figure out what the fuck I'm thinking like that for, and try to even destroy the mental thought process of even thinking something, or there's nothing evil about a nigga like me. So and I get love everywhere I go and shit, man. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. Something's changing in the world where it seems like you can see the good people and then you can see the bad people. And the bad people can see you. Oh God. When y'all realize, man, when you really get on your good people, when you really get on your good shit and you really become decent, and not to say you're not, because you might be the most wonderful person on your side of the hemisphere. But when you really become decent, you're going to bring the demon out of people and you'll see it. And you'll bring the good out of good people too. You'll bring the good out of people. They'll bring the good out of you. But the evil people, oh man. I never been in life so much to where I feel like Neo in the Matrix, except for now. I know the world doesn't care about me like that, and the world doesn't owe me nothing. Nobody owes nobody nothing, pretty much, right? You pretty much have to earn everything, especially as a man. You have to earn everything. But it just seems like now we're living in a time where nobody cares about nobody. Like, it's so bad, y'all. And everything's not bad. Please understand that, because my life is beautiful. The relationship I have with my children is wonderful. Um, they're the joy of my life. My babies are the joy of my life. They bring me peace and happiness and comfort and purpose to life, because they're the only they're the only people who really need me, and I need them. We need each other, So it gives me meaning, it gives me purpose. So if I never had YouTube, if I never had anything, I will always have them until I die or they die. So it's a priceless, perfect. It's just something I'm thankful for. And parenthood, let me say something too about parenthood. You have to earn the right and respect of your child. You have to earn the right and respect of your child. Your child does not owe you shit. Your child does not owe you nothing. You have to earn their respect. You have to earn their love. You have to earn that shit. Too many people get beat, and they beat their children into submission. They beat their children into love. They beat their children into respect. And that shit don't last. That's fear. So I'm thankful that I never had to beat on my kids, and they still love and respect me. So I'm not trying to brag or boast or none of that. But y'all better realize some people are doing the best that they can out here in life, whether they're rich or poor, and I'm definitely working class poor, but I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm definitely proud of myself. Definitely proud of myself. And as men, we don't have nobody who generally pats us on our backs. Men, we have to be the ones who pat other people on their back. We have to be the ones who be the support for others. We have to be the one who be the hard rock, who be the, the support, the backbone for everything. So the foundation for everything. So we have to learn how to motivate ourselves as men, you know, because the world's gonna break you down. Especially if you're a black man, the world's gonna really have a really not have it easy on you. You feel me? So never forget who you are, man. Never forget who you are. Never forget what your purpose is, man. And then once you get your purpose, you stay on that shit, man. Fuck a hater. Cause I realize haters only mad because they want you to be like them. They want you to stay, bro, you move, this and that. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I challenge everybody, right? I challenge everybody, man, to do different from what you was raised. I'm not talking about the blueprint and foundation of your thoughts and shit. I'm talking about move, go to another location, go somewhere else. Never get comfortable in life because opportunity is everywhere and opportunity is different places. Sometimes the reason why everybody sticks the same and they want everything the same because they ain't changed nothing. So I understand a lot of people are scared of change. A lot of people that don't want to do the self-development, the self-work. Because who wants to look in the mirror and focus on their problems all day long and fixing their problems when they could just watch somebody else and hey, you see what they did? You heard the gossip, you heard that celebrity news, that bullshit. A lot of us choose that route, putting other people's problems on our backs, you know? Putting other people's problems on our forefronts of our minds and making them our own. Taking on other nations' problems, taking on other people's problems. Therefore, that's why we never fix our problems, especially as black people. Black people are so oppressed, they never want to fix their problems. They never want to look themselves in the mirror. They never want to fix their shit, man. Niggas rather just have fun. Bro, that shit ain't fun. It's boring, bro. They watch something funny. That's why niggas ain't fix nothing. That's why they ain't made nothing out of themselves. And I'm not talking shit because I'm poor as dirt. But what I'm saying is, as a union, as a people, black people make more money in America than anybody else and spend more money than, no. Black people in America spend more money than anybody else statistically. We spend more money than anybody else in America. AKA our dollar, our spending power has a lot of power. So if we unified together and thought as a whole, did something as a whole, as a unit, we can make change and difference. But we don't think together. We don't think as one. We don't focus as one. But once they put that chip up in your ass, once they get that chip in you, you will be focused as one because you'll be on that hive mind. And they pretty much have y'all on hive mind anyway. Because I'm going to say something. A lot of people have that whatever they say mentality, right? Yeah. You heard the lady who got kidnapped and she like, I knew that shit was bullshit. You heard those dudes who went down to the bottom of the ocean and they I knew that was bullshit. Did you ever see me do videos about that? Did you ever hear me talk about them new dudes going to the bottom of the ocean? Hell no, because it's bullshit. You ever heard me talking about the lady going to the... It's bullshit. The real problems are we need to focus on unity. Y'all better realize we don't have a lot of time to unify. Did y'all know? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all talk, okay, y'all know, and I don't barely be having nobody on these lives to be talking what I be talking. That's why I just be talking emotions to y'all. That's why I just be giving y'all certain shit, because some of this shit, man, I ain't trying to goddamn put myself out there. But listen, the other night, man, I was at it, I'm on break, you know, I'm cleaning up. It was probably like 12 o'clock. I was taking a little break, smoking my little cigarette outside. Out of nowhere, in the middle of the sky, this shit said, boom. The whole power went out. Everything went out. In the sky, there was an explosion and all the power went out. All right. And it came back on within like 5 seconds. It was off for like 5 seconds. Boom, everything went pitch, dead silent, like the world stopped. And then whoop, came back on, the whole block lit up, whoop, 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 right? They tested it. They tested their EMP. And then I'm gonna tell you, right after that happened, the next day after that, 2 days after that, all I seen online was, what if there was a nuclear bomb in our atmosphere? What if the EMP? What if the on YouTube, a bunch of what if nuclear strike videos. What would happen if this? What would happen if? I said, are you serious? So 2 days ago, y'all motherfucker test the EMP, a mini one, because I felt it. I was sitting outside. I felt it. It was like a nothing crazy. It was like a little push, like a little push. And I felt that shit. But it wasn't like a blast or nothing like that. It wasn't nothing like that. It was like a energy, like a whoo. And everything went out. So man, y'all better realize we don't have time to be on here playing around, wasting time, man. Niggas want to hate each other and hate. And then when they turn the lights out, yo bitch ass, everybody gonna need each other, bro. So I don't even be wanting to hear that shit, bro. None of that evil shit people are trying to do. It's messed up, man. We need to be trying to help each other. But nobody wants to help, bro. We'd rather hurt each other. You feel me? You know, it don't matter, man. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Whoever's on here, y'all, the people watching, y'all ain't probably my regular people. Because my regular people, they usually talk and shit. So shout out to everybody who's on here, but you probably one of them see what's going on as type of people, man, which those are fine too. We need spectators, but I'm be real, man. If you don't support me, it ain't nothing to see, man. You know. I appreciate y'all though. Everybody who's on here, man. Love y'all. For real. I just hope we get to the point where we start unifying with each other, man. I hope we get to the point where we stop seeing, when you could just see it for what it is, man. Because life is what it is. Your feelings, your thoughts, these illusions. Everybody's so fucking delusional nowadays, man. They got all this shit coming out online like, oh, Little Von's, King Von's gay and all that. I don't know if y'all seen that shit, but you know, they got him where he's saying he's gay and stuff to get off a deck in jail, go to another deck. You know, which, you know, you can be gay, whatever you're gonna do, but it's just all this shit is like, everything is happening, controlled oppositions, man. I just wish y'all could see it, man. I love y'all though. When it's all said and done, man, I just pray God has mercy on us all as humans. I pray God has mercy on everybody, man, and I pray everybody can see what's going on, man. And I pray for our souls. I pray for us, man. I just wanted to just say I love you and I pray for you, man, and stop hating on me, man. You know, people like me are here to help, not here to hurt. Not here to hurt you. You feel me? It's your big home, big bad, man.